Here we have a Mainstays 9-inch high velocity fan. Yes, another 9-inch high velocity fan. This one I had to service it right out of the box. There was not enough oil. Blade was atrociously out of balance, so it vibrated on the workbench, and the armature had to be swapped. It's not often you get a case where you have to swap an armature, but in this case we had to do so. So I've had quite a few of these before. I've got 2 in the bedroom, got 2 on the weather wheel, and this is a working one that I was able to fix. So a lot of people go and say, oh, these are not very good fans. Well, with Mainstays, I've only had 2 defective products from them, and all the others I've had, they worked great. In fact, my first Mainstays that we featured on the channel, I've had that for 2 years now. Just with cleaning and servicing, it's so far lasted 2 years. And these fans, a lot of people say, oh, they're junk, don't buy them, whatnot. Well, I find these to actually be pretty decent. Like I said, I've got 2 up in the bedroom. We got 2 here on the weather wheel. And the weather wheel actually works pretty well with these 9-inch high velocity fans. Even though they are a temporary setup until we can get the fan motor rewound, which I'm hoping we can do so. And hopefully it should be running soon. Well, normally after repairs are made. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this fan. I'll show you some of the features on it, and we'll give it a test run. So the Mainstays 9-inch high velocity fans are relatively okay. I like them. You can see here you got these rubber feet, which they are really hard. See, I can't even... So attempted rubber feet really wasn't the best idea. But, however, if I try to move it around, it will move a little bit, but overall it doesn't move with light force like it would if it didn't have the feet. The stand is actually pretty nice. I like the way they did it. It's actually pretty stable, so it doesn't move around or anything like that. And the nice thing about it is it allows the fan to have a 360-degree pivoting head. So I can pivot the fan all the way back. I can put it down, and I can put it basically however I need it to do, which is the pretty cool thing about these fans. The blade pitch, I'm not overall fond with the blade pitch, but on these newer ones, blade pitch is actually pretty steep. It's actually a pretty steep blade pitch, so I really like that on this fan. The blade pitch is steeper than on some of the earlier ones. So these are really basically a knockoff of the Lakewood HV9. So if you want to see a Lakewood HV9, I will put some videos of other people that have these fans. I'll put their videos in the description so you can check out the Lakewood HV9 versus some of the more modern high velocity fans. So this fan obviously has a C-frame shaded pull motor. You can tell right there it's a C-frame motor. Now, on this fan, it's actually relatively decent. I've had a lot of things go wrong with fans in the past, but these, I haven't really had any issues with them. Also, we got the 20-inch fan apart, because we're going to try to clean that up a little bit. We'll do that in another video. But you can see here, the cage itself, it's actually relatively sturdy. Pretty sturdy wire, too, because if I really push at it, I can barely get that to bend. So that's some pretty, even though it's relatively thin gauge wire, it's actually pretty decent, which I like. We're going to go ahead and give you the model number here. So we're going to go ahead and put the fan like this. You can read the information tag on it. So our model number is SFC-225BR-1, 120 volts, 60 hertz, 0.5 amps, or 0.65 amps. Jiangmen Kai Electric Company, their appliances manufacturing company, and made in China. Ooh, made in China. So, yeah, And this fan is thermally protected, so it's fused. This fan is suitable for household use only. Mainstays customer service 1-866-231-9509 is the phone number. And this one is UL listed, so that's a good thing about these. They are UL listed. It's a portable fan. UL list identification E302275. Warning: to reduce the risk of electric shock, do not expose to water or rain, which we do not do that. So, without further ado, let's show you the speed switch while we're thinking of it. Cool thing about this fan, it's got a 3-speed switch. It starts off on high, which I don't really like, but it is what it is. And so, without further ado, let's try it out. So, to give you an idea of just the size of this fan, here's my even flow blade set, and you can see the size difference between these fans. But there is a big difference between a box fan and a high velocity fan. But we'll do that in another video. So we're going to start off on low speed, and we'll see how it runs. Here we go. Okay, I don't know if you heard that, but it does have a startup sound. So let me grab my roll of paper towels here, and we'll do an air movement test. Alright, here we are on low speed. It's putting out a nice gentle breeze. You can see here it's moving the towel pretty good. So now if I get a good distance back from the fan, which we're going to have to go around for this because we got fans that need cleaning. So I'm going to come all the way back towards the fridge. And even all the way across the fridge, I can still feel a nice breeze. So this fan is pretty strong. Even all the way across the shop, it will blow stuff around, which is pretty good because it's a high velocity fan. So, here it is on low. And for a fan like this, it's got a nice, quiet, slow low, which I do like. So we're going to go up to the medium speed. Funny thing about these fans is you have to give them time to warm up and build up speed. Kind of same with some older fans too. It just depends on the one. So now a medium, it's still putting out a pretty nice breeze. Like even all the way across the shop, I'd still be able to feel this thing. And that is really putting out a good breeze. It's powerful, but for the amount of air being moved, the noise level is very reasonable. It's still pretty quiet. It does a great job. Moves a really, really decent amount of air. So yet again, Mainstays impressed me once again. It does have a nice running sound to it too, which we'll do that towards the end of the video. We'll get you the startup sounds. And high. Alright, here's on full power. Put the paper towel in front. Man, this thing is really putting out a good breeze. I mean, I'm right in front, I'm a few feet away from it. I can still feel very powerful breeze. So even if I go all the way across, it is blowing stuff at the opposite end of the shop. So this thing is really powerful. So Mainstays does live up to their name with high velocity fans. And there it is, right there. Look at the towel. That thing is just flopping. That thing's just flapping in the breeze. This is a pretty powerful fan. That's really flapping, so that's a good sign. And you can definitely hear the running sound this thing has. This is got a pretty distinct running sound. which I do like it. Believe it or not, I love the running sound this fan has. Just give you guys how much. Give you guys a little wind show here. You see, it's moving the camera back and forth, so this thing definitely puts out a nice breeze. And now we're gonna go ahead and do the spin down. Alright, so spin down's pretty reasonable. Typical, you know, cheap spin down, but it's not horrible. It's actually pretty decent for a high velocity fan, because I've had other fans where the spin down wasn't that great. But on this, it's actually relatively decent. So now, what you've all been waiting for is the startup sounds on this fan. So we're going to put you right behind the motor here, so we're going to have to do this because we're going to get you nice and close, and we're going to get you the startup sounds. So here's high. Medium. Well, it's not easy to keep the laptop close and control the switch at the same time. Medium. And low. I don't like how that keeps happening. Right. And low. Alright, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is the initial checkout of another Mainstays 9-inch high velocity fan. This one seems to be pretty good. I mean, you still have their typical problems, cheap C-frame motors, bearing seizures, improperly oiled fans, blades being out of balance, and sometimes even armatures needing to be swapped. Alright, anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you on another video. Thanks for watching.